Trust me, I'm as surprised as you are that I'm live. I honestly didn't think I was going to go live tonight. I've been saying that a lot lately. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to absolutely now the definitive last stream before Christmas. I wasn't going to go live tonight, but here I am. This is going to be more of a chill stream than a mixed stream. We're going to finalize a mix tonight, and then we're going to play some Nintendo. I'm going to play some video games. We're going to hang out, and we're just going to chill and just let the flow happen, as they say. While we wait for the algorithm to load up, I've gotten a lot of comments before about a particular, the new episode of Sound Guy Sins is coming out tomorrow. I just rendered it tonight, and as soon as I sign off here, I'm going to upload it, so it'll be ready for you guys first thing tomorrow, along with Hot Take Tuesday. So 2 videos coming your way tomorrow. And I'm probably going to put Mixdown Meltdown on for Christmas Day. Why not? Let's live a little. Be a little crazy. Christmas Day edition of Mixdown Meltdown. Maybe. We'll see. I get this comment all the time. And people mentioning this video to me. And to start off the stream tonight, we're going to watch this together because this is fucking hilarious. So comedian Ryan Long was a member of a group called the Hard Times, and they, ever since we started doing Sound Guy Sins, this has popped up in my algorithm. So we're going to watch it together first because this is one of the funniest sketches I think I've ever seen as far as like audio production skits go. It's called The Art of Grumpy, and this is literally every, like, if a sound guy stereotype was a video, it would be this.
Bass, give me some bass. I'm here, bass. Drums, can you not play for 2 seconds? I said bass. Thank you.
Oh my God, dude! If I had $1 for every time a sound guy was like screaming at the other band members while someone was trying to get levels, I've done it. I've gotten, I haven't screamed, but it was like, guys, I need just a bass, please, just a bass.
Drums, can you not play for 2 seconds? I said bass. Thank you. Bass, please. Fuck. My name is David Murphy. I am a front of house sound engineer, and for the last 13 years, I have been perfecting the art of being grumpy.
That's it. That's part of this job. That is the entire gig, is being grumpy to bands. Let's just embrace the evil, everybody. Embrace the dark side of being a grumpy asshole to bands.
Can you not put your mouth that close to the mic, please? Don't swallow the microphones.
I've said that. I mean, I wish I had booze with me tonight. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to crack open a bottle. I was going to take a shot for every time Ryan Long does something that I've done.
Yeah, he's done sound for us a couple times now, and every single time he's been really, really grumpy.
So just to be clear, this isn't your first sound check you've ever done. All right, how many mics do you guys need?
2 mics.
Fuck! Okay, it's gonna be one of those, is it?
There was a guy that posted in Sound Guy Sins, the house sound guy said to him, you need 4 monitors? Poof, I never do that. Sound guys will complain about anything.
It sounds like it was tuned by Helen Keller. Very little of doing sound is actually about sound. I mean, it's about creating a negative energy. Yeah, this is the real world. This isn't a battle of the bands at your high school.
Hey, can I get some more vocals in the monitor?
How's that?
A little bit more, please.
How's that now? Dude, I'm maxed out. You want me to blow the board?
I've said that a lot. I've said that a lot. Dude, I'm cranked over here. My preamp is cranked. And then I would mumble under my breath, not my fault, you're deaf.
No.
I've actually never turned a singer's vocals up in his monitor ever. I'm going for a smoke. I take smoke breaks about as often as possible. I don't personally smoke, but it's just a grumpy thing to do.
It's just a grumpy thing to do. Let's see, what else is a grumpy thing to do? Going back by the bar, talking to the bartender, having fun, flirting with some ladies, you know, having some flirtatious moments with the ladies at the bar. That's a grumpy thing to do because you don't give a shit about the bands.
Touch anything, I'm going for a dart. Some nights bands will say that I'm an asshole. Those are nights where I know that I've done my job and I'm moving forward as an artist.
What's that guy's problem? He's a genuine douche.
Are you guys stupid?
I think the only reason why I haven't heard bands talk shit about me at Dingbats is because Dingbats is a one-person bathroom. But I guarantee if I was taking a dump one night and I heard bands talking shit, I would definitely hear bands talking shit about me in the bathroom.
Can you tell Nick Jonas to shut his amp off while I'm trying to do sound check? That guitar sounds like shit. Did you bring an extra tom today? Because there's only 2 on the stage plot, so I don't know.
That's an old stage plot.
I would have gotten another mic if I knew I was doing fucking sound for Neil Peart tonight.
Literally playing a standard 5-piece set. Like,
In an ideal...
This is a standard 5-piece. I've given drummers shit before. Fully admit. Fully admit. I've busted drummers' balls about this. Well, if your stage plot's accurate, then why did you bring 2 extra toms with your kit tonight? I prepared for a 3-piece kit. Now you're giving me a 5. Those are days that when I'm extremely grumpy. That I'll do this. Dude, I've committed every sin in this video so far.
In the world, a band is scared shitless to ask me anything. Okay, how old are these skins?
like a year old.
A year? You're supposed to go every 4 months.
I legit cringe like that. If a drummer or a bass player even is like, I haven't changed my strings in a year, I need to save this as like a drop somewhere.
Like a year old.
A year? Ask me anything. Okay, how old are these skins?
Like a year old.
A year? You're supposed to go every 4 months. Crabby, grumpy, crusty, cranky. It's all compliments to me. Guitar, please. Can I get some guitar? That's way too loud. Lower. This isn't your dad's basement. We're using mics now. Lower.
This skit was written for me. Me and you guitar players. This is our back and forth all the time.
Lower. Still lower. Still lower. Little bit lower. 1 notch lower. Still too loud, but it'll have to do.
Hey man, name's Renee. Are you doing sound for us
Get your
tonight?
cases off the stage. Truth is, I actually love what I do, but I like to create the illusion that this is absolute torture for me, and I would rather be anywhere else in the world than mixing their shitty band.
Oh, I know tons of bands that won't even play here because of them.
Yikes. He was plugging his ears during our set.
At one point, he just called me a bitch.
He asked me to share a pic with the opening band. How's that even saving time?
He was booing us for 2 full songs in the front row.
No, hey, he's a piece of shit.
You ever watched Narcos before?
I've only seen the British Office.
I've only seen the British. That's just some elitist, passive-aggressive shit. Oh, my God. Someone legit asked me one time, hey, have you seen this show? And I thought he was talking about something on the BBC, and I made something of a snide comment like this. I'm like, I don't really watch much BBC except Top Gear. And I just awkwardly walked away.
What's in store for me for the future? Hopefully just more being grumpy. I look forward to, hopefully 45, 50 more years of being grumpy to bands and making their life hell, just doing shitty sound and making sure that everyone around me is in negative energy and just living to play another day.
The Art of Grumpy. It's literally one of the best skits I've ever seen as far as being a sound guy goes. It's great. The hard times. It's really, really good. All right. So now that we wasted a little time there, algorithm did its thing. I think everyone that's gonna watch the stream tonight is here. So continuing on from last night's stream, we were mixing a song called Slings and Arrows from the band Ascending from Ashes. And normally with these streams, I go through the whole mixing process, post-processing, and it should be quote-unquote done. But usually when I listen back to the stream, I always make the same mistake of thinking it's done and then listening back to it, and I'm like, oh, that's so not done. Usually with songs, it's just like, these are my old sessions anyway. I don't care. But this one's particularly interesting because this sounds so good, I might actually want to put this on my portfolio. So what we're going to do tonight is go through the entire mix and nitpick piece by piece in areas where I think it could be improved. So let's get rid of all of my mix bus processing. Let's actually clear everything because I want to start fresh. And I want to be able to go to this with a fresh set of ears and really concentrate. So one thing that I really didn't think of that I should have thought of was getting more of a gain vocal sound out of this. So what do I mean by that? So this in the pre-chorus is just one vocal. It's just the main vocal. There's no harmonies. There's no nothing here. So those are two separate, don't be afraid. These are two separate recordings, two separate performances of it. Same right here. So why not just take this part since it's recorded to a click and just make my own backing vocals with the original vocal and like literally make my makeshift gain vocals. Why can't I do that? So that's what I'm going to do first and see if it's lines up and this mad scientist idea of mine actually works. And in that case, what I can do then, let's make make 3 audio tracks. And let's see if this first part lines up. Yeah. For the most part, it does.
So don't be afraid.
I mean, that's definitely not the same recording. So let's align it up a little bit nicer. I mean, his voice is so consistent, it almost sounds like it's the same recording. It sounds like it's the same thing. So here's what I'm going to do with that. Let's see if I can pitch shifter, and bring it up just a couple of semitones up. Vocal transformer. I've never even used this before. Okay. That looks like it might do better than this.
Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid.
Nope. Let's see if this does a little more subtle job.
Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid.
Yeah, I'm not really that experienced doing something like this, but I'm literally just fucking around with this and see if it actually does anything. That actually sounds better.
Be afraid. Be afraid.
You know what? I'm just going to keep that because that just sounds weird. So now that I know that I can time this out right, what's to stop me from copying this, bring this over here, paste it onto this one, doing the same thing to this one.
So don't be afraid.
What's to stop me from doing that? Right? Who says I can't do that? All right. Now let's align this, and then I could bury these gain vocals underneath the main one.
So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
And I'm going to do the same thing with the backing vocal in the choruses. Just add that little flair to this vocal track. That's actually like kind of barren, you know?
Be afraid.
Right? Okay. So now I'm going to go to the backing vocal. I don't want to arm that to record. So what we're going to do then is take this backing vocal, because he says two different things in each section.
There is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me. There is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Right? So now what we're going to do is move this up here. And then what we're going to do is take this and see if this works.
There is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me.
All right, that was a very close first attempt.
There is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me.
I mean, that is so fucking close. Like, I don't know if this is the same exact recording. It looks like it's the same exact thing. Hold on, let me now really align this up. Looks like that. No, that's not the same performance.
There is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me.
It's so fucking close, though, because that's consistency.
There is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Oh, he... All right, I'm going to have to trim this. There's a method to my madness here, guys. All right, does he say... Is it dry in this section?
There is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me.
Yes, he does. It says it's the same thing. Okay. So we can make 3 parts to this.
There is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Okay. Son of a bitch. This madness might actually work.
There is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me. There is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me. There is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. There is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. There is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Someday you will see me again. Someday you will see me again.
Okay. Now, we literally just copy and paste this. Where there are backing vocals. And when you know it, I have the markers right here of where to paste them.
Cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go.
'Cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Oh, yeah. Any other time aligned vocals like this, it could be hit or miss if you don't have a consistent performer, but this guy's a fucking consistent performer.
'Cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright. and it's gonna be fine. 'Cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Oh, yeah, that's going to add so much thickness to it. Ah, that's the missing element.
'Cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine. 'Cause there is nothing to be.
Oh, okay. We can move this along a little bit more.
Cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will. Cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Okay. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Fuck me. Okay.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Okay. Nothing I can do about that shorter one. I mean, I could probably enter flex mode. Hold on. Let me see if I could stretch this one out a little bit. I forgot how to enter flex mode in there. I almost never use flex mode on this thing. Control, first off, save. Command F, there we go.
Be afraid.
Don't be afraid. That's clearly the wrong one. Oh, that sounds so fucking funny. Speed. I don't want flex pitch. Is it monophonic? High speed. You know what? I'm not even gonna fucking bother. Fuck this. I'm not even gonna bother. Anytime I've tried to use flex time, it's ended up in disaster. So I'm just gonna keep that as is, and I don't care. I just don't care. It'll be so subtly in the background too. Like I'll probably won't even notice it that drastically. All right. So now that I got gain 1, gain 2, gain 3. So now I could do back Vox. I can literally just copy all of these to a new bus. And I'm going to call gain vocal bus. Gain Vox. Create a track on the thing. And now I could just copy, move these all the way over to here. And yes, I know I have these in mono. That's easy. I'll just convert them to stereo. Boom. Now I just need to make sure that... Dude, even just like panning that and lowering it in the mix, oh, doggy, that sounds tasty. All right, put this on bus 14, which is my reverb pre-fader at 0, which means now I could delete this track. Now I have my back box 2. Here we go.
Say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna...
Dude, that's one of the most brilliant ideas I've had in quite some time, and why didn't I think of that sooner? Why didn't I think of that sooner? All right.
So don't be afraid.
Now those are going to need to come down in volume. All right, so that's gain. Let's bring that down to 13.
So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
All right.
So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry. Just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Yeah, that fits so good now. Okay. Let's fucking go with that. The good guy, you guys were big Panic at the Disco fans, I take it. I was in this band. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you guys I've never played in a band before. Their Spotify link is in the description if you want to check out the band. So, the bassist from Soundgarden only uses his old strains. He personally breaks them off stage and then only changes them to the old strains when they break. I don't care. Change your fucking strains. I don't care who you are. Like, it's lazy. Yeah, that I'm not gonna change that. That sounds good to me. So, okay. Let's now the only other big thing about this that I really was not a fan of was the kick drum presence. I feel like the kick drum especially could have been louder, and I think dare I say the guitars could have calmed down just a tiny bit. So that's what we're gonna just mess with right now, just like total level control.
Striving for perfection. Don't be afraid. for perfection has been the game I've played. And despite my hesitation, my dues have all been paid. So don't be afraid. Don't be Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. It's tough for me to wrap up this self-fulfilling fable. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
I mean, the tonal balance control right here is like literally smack dab in the middle across the board. So, I mean, that sounds awesome to me in my room. I got up and went to the back and just like walked around my room to just make sure I hear it clearly, because as you can see, I'm not in a purpose-built room here, so I got to listen to at several points to just really try to hear everything. Can you bring the toms up? No. As you can see on the tracks, I don't have any tom mics. I have kick, snare, and 2 overheads. That's it. This was in my college days, so we didn't use tom mics for some reason in this session. This was recorded in 2011. I hope you guys know this. Read the description. This was recorded in 2011 as I was in my associate's program. Ascending from Ashes, the band, came in and they let us students record them. So we used kick, snare, and overhead. That's all we used. I don't know why. Can you talk about vocal lulls for a moment? If you were mixing an EP, for example, when you have finished mixing, do you go back and forward through each session, checking vocals for each? Yes. Yeah, I'm such an anal retentive asshole where it's like, if I, like, usually how I go is if I'm mixing an EP and there's multiple songs, and if it's relatively the same instrumentation and arrangement, I'll mix one song as, like, the template, and I save that mix session as a template, and then I go into each subsequent tracking session, comp and edit the multi-tracks to the performance and raw stems I want, and then I render down all those tracks. I export those tracks into a new template file that was based on the first song's mix. And then I just like, oh, kick here, snare here, blah, blah, blah. And it gets like 90% of the way. And then all I do is I make tiny adjustments, and then I compare it to, and then I have a plugin here where I can just load the mix in and a quick A and B in my current session versus a reference track. Here, I'll even show you. James, I don't know what you mean, LOL toms. That's what they're called, toms on the drums. Yes, again, like, not sure if you guys have eyes or not, but let me show you one more time. Kick, snare, overhead left, overhead right. This is all I'm working with drums-wise. I do not have microphones on the toms for this song. This is what we have. 4 drum tracks, a crunchy bass track, a low-end clean bass track, rhythm left, rhythm right, couple of lead parts. And we originally had 3 vocal tracks, but then I just created the gain parts right here. I mean, mix-wise, I think, like, frequency-wise, I think that's just bang on right on the money. Because like I said, like, the goal for me, if I'm having a hard time hearing it, I use this to help me see it. And this is a rock preset. Basically, you want your frequency spectrum range to be in this green bluish line right here. You can go up far here if you have a lot of crunchy guitars, or if you want to scoop the mids a little bit, you can go down here. But really, you saw the white frequency line going through this. It should not go out of this range right here. And then I also look at the SSL meter to measure my LUFS. And then I also use Logic's built-in multimeter to see a more detailed visual representation of the frequency spectrum, to see if anything's popping out that I'm just not hearing. I have visual aids to help me. So it's not like I'm using 100% my ears here to judge this. So I have visual help because I don't, again, this isn't a purpose-built room. If this were a purpose-built room that was properly, acoustically designed for it, like, for instance, like a couple motorcycles just drove by my house, and I heard them coming in through the window. So, like, I have some bass traps in the corner. You see behind me? Wait, I can't coordinate. You see that right behind me? There's a bass trap. There's a bass trap right there. There are 2 bass traps on each side corner here by the monitor. And there's one more bass trap over there. I have a couple of those panels on the wall, and I have a couple more panels on the wall right there. And I have some, it's not Auralex, but it's like Auralex. I have a couple of hexagon panels that I am going to eventually put up on the wall here and above me to help reflect the high end bouncing off a little bit. But for now, I used a reference microphone, pink noise, and I did my best to correct EQ it. So oh, that's what you meant, James. Oh, you were laughing, because someone suggested the toms. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I have no tom mics. This is what we recorded in school. So this isn't a new session, by the way. Again, this song was recorded in the spring of 2011. Which for 2011 with students, it's not sounding too bad. But again, this is what I've said I will literally say until I'm blue in the face here. The band makes the mix. If the band came in and they sounded like shit and they didn't play right and they weren't like good, this would be so much more challenging. But because the band's good, this was easy for me to get like where I am now. And the whole point of the series is to, A, go back into my old sessions and have some fun nostalgia memory lane and see if I can update my mix to make it better so I can A and B and see where I'm at skill level-wise. And maybe if I'm polishing a couple turds here and there, you guys can see how I handle it so that when you, who are just starting out, inevitably do record some turds, you know how to polish them enough to get them passable to the point where you may even want to release it. I have no sample replacement here. Everything you hear is real instrument. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to listen to it at low volume, and I'm going to I'm going to vary in volume. I'm going to start very, very quiet and then listen at various volumes because I think the mix itself is good. So let's see.
Striving for perfection has been the game I've played. And despite my hesitation, my dues have all been paid. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry.
Yeah, I think that's a much better improvement than it was last night. Oh, there's actually a lot of chatter in the chat room tonight. All right. Holy shit. There's chatter in the chat room with one of these streams. Usually you guys don't give a shit about these streams. You just want to watch me mix bands in the venue. You guys are actually participating in the chat room for one of these. Awesome. Thank you. I have one main template I always start with for a client mix, and once I finish one song, I make a client-specific version of that template. Yeah, I mean, you guys have watched me do this on long enough where you know what plugins I'm going to go for. You know what I'm going to use. You know what techniques I'm going to do. You know where I'm going to go as far as my decisions. I'm surprised I don't have a template I just start out with and I just start fresh every time. That also gets me in the mindset of, like, am I going to need to do anything different for this mix, for this band, for this project? That's why I like to start fresh. And yes, it's more work, but I like having all the plugins that I have because it helps me decide what tool is going to be best for the job at hand. And I like tinkering with a bunch of plugins. You saw me on last night's stream. I was fucking with other plugins I normally don't use just to see how it, affects this specific mix. And ended up not working the way I wanted it, so I scrapped it. I have tons of routing effects, so it would take way too long. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Fair. Vocal buses all ready to go. Drum buses, it's so good. All right, I hope you guys dig the song at least. Good guy, this stuff is more interesting than the live shows to me, and you have the tendency to get pretty grumpy during the live shows. Oh, well, play the art of grumpy. I do get grumpy. Like, when shitty bands are on stage and, like, they're testing the limits of my patience, and then you get the backseat mixers that are like even the last band, like the last band stream that I did, there was a guy that, like, was saying 3 separate occasions saying the same thing, like, do this with her EQ. I'm like, bro, you said reduce like 530 hertz by like 4 dB. I had minus 10 at 530 around there, and it was still muddy as hell on stage. Like, your particular go-to vocal EQ or compressor settings may work for you in your own room, in your own setting. When I mix bands for front of house, I mix solely based on how they sound in the room. If they sound great in the room with no EQ at all done, fan-fucking-tastic. However, most of the rooms that I mix in are reverby shitholes, sound acoustic-wise. They're great live rooms, and we could get a great sound in there, but the reflections are horrendous. So I have to be extremely harsh with my EQ choices. And sometimes I literally have to butcher the EQ on a vocal if it means the sound isn't bouncing off the walls and it sounds clear in my PA. Even with doing the pink noise measurement, even with doing room corrective EQ, I'm blasting 90-something dB of noise from a speaker bouncing all over untreated walls. It's gonna suck to some degree. Okay. Micah, I'm sorry, dude. I can't read your name without getting upset that Micah Parsons tore his ACL. Like, bro, as a Green Bay Packers fan, like a couple weeks ago, seeing Micah Parsons go down with a torn ACL just when our defense was getting scary good and giving me hopes that we can maybe win the Super Bowl. Because Brett Favre won the Super Bowl at age 27. Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl at age 27. Jordan Love just turned 27. So, man, I was so fucking heartbroken seeing Parsons go down, and then Watson got hurt too, but he came back for the last game against the Bears, which, by the way, the Packers should have fucking won that game. The Packers lost that game more than the Bears won. They had it. 2 minutes ago in the fourth quarter, they were up like 16 to I think they were up 22-16, and they let Chicago score, and they botched the onside kick recovery. Like, as soon as they botched the onside kick, I'm like, Chicago's winning this. And sure enough, 2 plays later, they tied it. Overtime, momentum went fully on the Bears side. So, I mean, kudos. The Bears capitalized, but I really don't like losing to the Bears. All right. $90 dB is pretty standard for rock and metal venues. I mean, AC/DC and The Who, I think, are the top 1 and 2 recorded like sound decibel levels at concerts. And I would think it was like 125 or whatever for The Who. So like, yeah, that's blisteringly painful loud and will literally damage your hearing. But like, it's rock and roll, man. Maybe if I was doing sound at a jazz club, maybe then I could do my, have my sound not go above like 40, 50 dB. 90 dB is pretty standard. But in general, no matter what venue I'm in or no matter what genre I'm in, I mix based on 2 things. One, I mix based on how painful it may or may not be for my own ears. If I have to like shout like really, really loudly in order to hear myself talk, it's too loud in the room. If I look at my watch or a dB meter and it's like over 95, it's too fucking loud. So I'll just, I mix based on whether I need to like be worried if I don't wear hearing protection. That's usually how I measure it. But I probably just triggered all the fucking audio autists out there that are going like, well, I only mix at 95 dB and 96 is way too loud for me. It's always that 1 dB difference. Like, whatever. Mix however you fucking want. Like, I'm not here to tell you how to do it, but I just tell you how I do it. And you could either take it or leave it. Like, God, I'm really gonna say like a sound guy sin cliche here, but I've been doing this for 20 years. Okay, so let me explain in general, because again, I've been blasting this song like all night last night and just now, so I need my ears to rest a little bit. So I'm happy to answer this question. So let's go over some very basic fundamentals with compression. Now, there are different types of compressors. But in general, for the most part, you're going to encounter something like this. So you have your standard compressor, you have a VCA, you have a FET compressor, and you have an opto compressor. So each types of compressor do certain things and they have certain characteristics about them. But for now, let's just go over the absolute fundamental basics. So here is the gain reduction meter. If I send a signal through this and I lower what's called the threshold, this is the level of where the signal has to pass through in order to get the compressor to activate. So if the signal is louder than minus 23 decibels, it's going to trigger the compressor. Now, here's this knob here called the ratio. Let me zoom in so you guys can see better. Turn that off. The ratio is basically how much gain. How can I explain this in layman's terms? Okay, let me try to explain this in complete layman's terms, because if you just don't know anything, I need to explain as easy as possible. Think of this as the harshness of the compressor. So a 2-to-1 ratio, it's a lot more sensitive. Like, you'll see a lot more like movement in the gain reduction needle. But if you go up to like 4, which is pretty standard for me and just about everyone else, 4-to-1, like, you have to send a lot of signal from it in order to get it to reduce. Think of this as like the harshness of the compressor. The higher the number, the more harsh it is. In layman's terms, it's a signal gain ratio, right? But if you don't know what that means, think of this as harshness. Let's go to knee. So a knee is essentially, let me bring it on graph terms so you can see. So the threshold is down here. The knee right now is 0. So this is like, okay, I'm trying, god damn, man, it's tough to explain like in layman's terms and like overly simplify things. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to like figure out how to like really explain it easily. So a knee acts like it coincides with the ratio as far as like how aggressive it is. So a knee, what's called a soft knee, think of it this way. Like, you know how you're going down a highway and it's like a smooth right turn because you're traveling at speed and it's like not a harsh right turn. But if you're going to like make at a stop sign, it's a sharper left and right turn. Think of it that way. The knee basically helps along with like how smooth or rough the compressor is. The attack, these are probably the two most important knobs here. The attack is how late or soon the compressor activates once it crosses the threshold. So let's say I have a threshold of minus 25.5. The signal passes through the threshold. The compressor is going to activate. The attack is how fast it activates. 0 milliseconds means it is activating immediately when it crosses the threshold. The more milliseconds, the longer the delay the compressor will have in order to activate. So think of it this way. If you're hitting a drum transient, there's that of a like even just clapping. Clap into a microphone and record yourself clapping. You'll see a very like really wide peak and then what's called a decay afterward. Usually when compressing drums, I have it set to roughly 30 milliseconds because that's enough for the transient, the initial bang of the drum to go through. And then I compress the rest of it, which is the decay and the tail of the drum hit. And the release is how fast or slow the compressor deactivates. And makeup is how much volume I want to make the signal post-compressor. I hope I explained that. Like, I hope I explained that good enough for you. I can't, for lack of a better term, I cannot dumb it down more than that. Micah, what? Okay, I got Okay, Micah, it was you who asked what a compressor is. Okay. Let's see. Where should you start? Grab a DAW and some tracks off the internet and start mixing. Yeah. I mean, I have a video about my first mixing contest. You could download the stems of the song Departure from Zaki Ali. You can mix the real drums. You can mix everything. If you have an amp sim, you have the dry guitar tracks to make whatever guitar sound you want. So, I mean, I don't know if you were serious about the compressor, but I hope I answered the question anyway. I dumbed it down for you. Do you have a template for new live venues you've never been to? No. Which is why in the description, I have a playlist in the description that helps you with, it's a playlist of songs that I personally use to tune a PA system with. If I want to know how good a PA system is, I play these songs on them. So let me actually bring it up right now for you guys. Just to show you. It's called More in the Monitors, Please. And these are the songs that I personally use to tune a PA system, depending on what genre I'm working with. In general, because I mostly work with rock and metal, I will start with either Jack of Speed or Gotcho by Steely Dan, which for me, those two songs are flawless mixes. And you can really get a sense of how a mix should sound by listening to Steely Dan. Then I'll usually do this song by Rammstein. I'll play just a little tiny bit of it. Already has a lot of airy qualities to it with their keyboards, and like the synthesizer has a nice high-end cut. Hearing that bass with the kick and the low end synths and the clarity of Till Lindemann's voice, that's a good telltale factor of how the low end's going to sound on a PA system. But then it gets to the chorus. Then the guitars come in. So usually I'll start with Steely Dan and then I'll go to Rammstein. I'll usually start with this song. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I don't want to butcher it. Or I'll do Deutschland, which is a more high-end, crunchy guitar sound. Or if I have a really bass-heavy metal band, I'll do Mann gegen Mann. If I have a punk band, you can't go wrong with the Ramones or Rancid. And these are songs that I personally know, and I know how they sound, and I know how they should sound. For most of you metal bands that want to sound like Pantera but really don't sound like Pantera, if I know I'm working a hardcore show that night, Domination by Pantera, Now You've Got Something to Die For, Lamb of God, and where's the other one? I just saw it. Hammer Smash Face, Cannibal Corpse. Those three songs, boom, boom, boom. I'll play all three of them. If the PA sounds good with those three songs playing on it, there's my hardcore show for the night. This song, Stoned by Alice in Chains, if I'm working with a traditional, like, standard, hard rock band, and I want to find the bass tone, this is the nastiest bass tone I've ever heard. Like, bro, I have been chasing that bass tone for years. And I'm glad the music's low, good guy. Hopefully YouTube won't fucking flag this and delete it because I'm an idiot and I'm playing copyrighted music trying to explain something. Although this is educational purpose, so this shouldn't get fucking demonetized. But knowing YouTube, I wouldn't be surprised if this stream gets deleted. The weirdest two songs on this list. If I'm working with DJs or if I need, like, if I know that my PA, if I'm DJing a gig and I'm playing a lot of dance music, Lone Digger by Caravan Palace, or even just Caravan Palace in general, like they're called electric swing. They combine big band swing dance tunes with electric dance, and they're just a really groovy band. And the other weirdest one on the list is Lone Star by Norah Jones. Now, I know for a fact Norah Jones is an instant stream killer, so I'm not even going to play it. But if I'm playing, but if I have like a soft, like indie acoustic singer-songwriter, I'll play Lone Star to see how the PA sounds. But yeah, those are, it's in the description. It's called More in the Monitors, Please. And those are the songs that I personally use to listen to on a PA system to know how roughly a mix is going to sound that night. And judging based on what genre I'm working with, I have songs that will fit any show I'm working. This turned into an AMA, and I'm really not complaining at all. This is great. I love answering questions like this. Have you used a Soundcraft UI24R? Yes. The Crusaders, the main cover band that I work with, they, up until very, very recently, they've been using a Soundcraft 24R, and if you want your system to crash every 5 minutes, you will hook up a USB drive to your computer and try to record multi-track. I'm being sarcastic. It really fucking sucks. I'm not lying. It really fucking sucks hooking up a USB to a computer on the Soundcraft. It's garbage. You're going to want to put a USB flash drive into it if you want to record your multi-tracks. But as far as operating goes, like, it's fine. Just get a Wi-Fi router, and you won't run into issues. Separated mix for a stream. Unless you're listening on headphones in a quiet room, you can't make a separate mix for streams. It's just fact. You just can't. Unless you're using like a Dante connection, you're going to a separate mixer and like off-site or somewhere else where it's quiet and you're going to operate the stream from there. Like, I mean, honestly, I don't use a separate mix for my streams. What you hear is what goes over my PA. I just listen on my PA, listen on my headphones, and I try to do my best to balance between the two so it sounds decent. But if you want to use the Soundcraft to stream, just don't hook it up via USB. Get a separate interface, and I think it has a couple of aux outs that you can use. Hook it up to the interface, hook up the interface to your computer, and stream that way. The Soundcraft fucking sucks, and it will crash on you if you try to send it via USB or record multi-track USB. Say it the complicated way. I have no idea what you're talking about, DBI Pro. No idea what you're talking about. Oh, he's repeating everything, repeating literally every fucking thing I said in the compressor explanation. So, okay, cool. Thanks for repeating basically everything I said. The That was the single worst thing about the mixed competition. The people who didn't know what an amp sim is. Yeah, dude, like, we made it very clear. We're giving you the raw, dry DI recordings of the guitar, and it's your job to put a amp sim on it. And no one got the hint. So I don't know how we can explain it. K-Bye, you swear too much. I can't even have my volume up because I keep getting in trouble for listening to you. Why? Your parents yelling at you for listening to a man curse on the internet? Well, fuckity, fuck. I don't care. I'll say whatever I want. I don't care. Welcome to the internet, buddy. And yeah, you're right, good guy. It will get copyrighted for playing everything I just played. I got a video completely taken down for 5 seconds of an Ozzy Osbourne song, playing over the PA, even with the noise reduction effect on my lavalier mic. 5 seconds of an Ozzy Osbourne song, completely dead off the internet. Ooh, good question. Scimitar, I think. I'm going blind. I can't read your name. I have to zoom in. God, I need fucking reading glasses. Scimitar, yeah, I was right. Okay. Biggest show you've done and what gear did you have? Okay. Parameters of the question. Is it my own gear that I personally purchased, or is it just gear that I used? You know what? Fuck it. I'll answer both. Like, what's the point of even fucking asking the question? I'm just cursing a lot now, so DPI Pro gets in trouble with it with mommy. Okay, so the biggest show that I've done where I actually used my own gear for a band that hired me to go like actually work at a venue. That was at, and I'm posting the link in both the Rumble and YouTube so you guys can follow along. That gig was with Surrender to Eden, and we opened for Symphony X. It was actually pretty recently, a couple months ago. I've done shows before using my own gear at the Sherman Theater, but I think the headliner the first time I was there was a Rush tribute band. This one was Symphony X, and it was a bigger show and a much bigger crowd. That's a show where I used my own personal gear, and for a band that hired me to do sound for them. The other one, I wouldn't say big as far as like venue size, crowd size, but who we opened for. That was in Florida at a place called Piper's Pub in Pompano Beach. We opened for George Lynch and Lynch Mob. Again, with Surrender to Eden on the little mini tour that we did this year. Oh my God, that was this year. Yeah, those were probably the two biggest shows where I used my own shit. But like all time, I have to think about this. Again, parameters like biggest act that I've worked for, where I did sound for. I mean, do town festivals count? Because my town every summer has a summer concert series, and they have like really big known tribute bands come by. But I think one of the biggest shows I worked, period. It was about two or 3 years ago at this point. My town had a summer kickoff festival. We had 2 stages, 2 PAs, 2 sets of everything. I used a Midas M32. That was stage A, and then there was a X32 on stage B. I think it was an X32. No, it wasn't. It was a SQ5 on stage B. M32 on stage A, SQ5 on stage B. And the mics were pretty standard of what I use now. Every vocal had a 58. Guitars were mic'd up with either a 57 or a E906. Drums were, I think they're the 604s. I think they're called the 604s. E604. I don't want to fucking get incorrect and everyone like flip a shit if I name the microphone incorrectly. Nope. Okay, it is called the 604. So the toms and the snare got 604s. The kick drums were D6s. Overheads were my Lewitt 140Rs. It's the first time I heard the Lewitts in person. And I was like, oh, I need to make a memory of those overheads because they're the best overheads I ever used. They sound way better than the Neumanns. KM184s, I think. They sound better than the C414s I used in this particular song that we're working with tonight. Let's say the largest event, then it was, okay, as far as like scale and people, then it was my town's festival. There was about, it was all of Middlesex County too. So that was about 15,000 people that showed up over the course of the day. Like there was an entire like state fair sized festival. And we had a dual stage festival thing. I acted as a stagehand for most of the day, but I got to mix a couple of the bands on throughout the later part of the day where, like, you know, people were starting to go home. You know, they let the new guy mix a little bit. Okay. Have you ever run an XL5? Since I don't know, since my memory's drawn a blank of what that even is, the answer is probably no. Sorry, CL5. That sounds a little more familiar. Yamaha. Okay, Yamaha. Yeah, those big things. No, I've never worked on one. The most expensive board I worked on was I want to see if I can get it right, and then I gotta piss. Well, let's see. You know what? I'll answer that question when I get back from the bathroom. All right, sorry. My bladder is the size of a fucking peanut. So I'm trying to think of the most expensive board that I've mixed on. Where like I got a chance to like do something with. Ah, okay, yep, that's it. Okay. I got very lucky one time, and I got to mix on a Digico SD7. And if you want to know just how expensive that is, you can pretty much buy a Porsche for that kind of money. You can get a used Porsche 911 and probably still have money left over for the cost of a Digico SD7. I remember walking away from that experience going like, oh, so this is what all of the big time guys use. Okay. It had a whole lot more features than the X32. It had a fuckload more I/O, processing power. You could do almost anything you can set your heart to on that thing. But if the band sounds like shit, that Digico ain't going to make the band sound amazing. Like, for instance, right now, since I know how to talk and I know how to project my voice and I know how to do voiceover, this microphone, which is a Basin BMS2, as you can tell from the look of it from the front, they took a lot of design cues from Lewitt, and that's me being very, very kind here. This is a very cheap, but somewhat decent quality Chinese microphone, and it costs you $150. We did a blind mic test comparison between this, my standard go-to vocal microphone, an AKG C214. We compared that with a much cheaper MXL microphone that I used to use, and we compared it with my partner Zacky's $7,000 Neumann U87. And the long story short, with a little bit of EQ and a little bit more effort in post, you can get this to sound as good as a U87. The U87 right out of the box will sound fantastic. This you have to do a little bit more EQ and finagling. But you can get a voice and a vocal to sound as good on a $150 cheap Chinese mic as a $7,000 Neumann. We did the test. You could download the sensor yourself. I have that video on my profile. Go look for it. Okay. Have you tried the E614s for overheads? Oh, let's see. Let me take a look. No, I have not tried them. I'd like to try them. But it looks like it's $219 for one of them. I paid $250 for the Lewitts for a matched stereo pair. Insane value, insane, like, bang for buck value. Again, we did a detailed comparison between the Lewitt and the Neumann KM184s as far as drum overheads go and secondary guitar mic goes. And the Lewitts with the crackle effect, I call it, which is basically just a boost in the EQ in the upper mids, they sound phenomenal. So, okay. So, the most memorable show I have ever worked by far, since people bring it up, Green Jelly is... The Green Jelly show is... Hold on, let me just... It's better for me to just show you what it looked like. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is green jelly.
Jerk! 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 Oh, well! Fuck it! Fuck that shit! Fuck it! Fuck it!
And let's see. And it was just it was madness. Look at the aftermath of green jelly on the Dingbat stage. That was probably the most horrifying experience I ever had as a sound guy. So chat, are we ready for Christmas? Yeah, dude. Micah, not Parsons. I am absolutely ready for Christmas. I don't believe in miracles. I'm not the miracle believing type of guy. I almost sounded like Trump there for a second. I am not a miracle guy. I'm not the miracle believing type. No. But for lack of a better term, a miracle did happen. So this year, after not talking to him for 7 years, my brother and I have reconciled. We're back. Like, we're brothers again. And this will be the first Christmas that we're all spending time together with for the first time in over 10 years. So I'm very, very, very happy and emotionally ready for Christmas. I don't care about gifts. I don't care about anything else. So my parents divorced when I was 4. They've remarried very shortly after they got divorced. And they're both insanely happier with my stepmother and my stepfather, respectively. So we used to spend Christmas, even still, as a family under one roof together. And we used to be able to just hang out, shoot the shit, and literally just be a family together. And then my brother and I had a really bad falling out. He didn't talk to me. He didn't talk to our mother. And there was a lot of things that were going on. But needless to say, we reconciled. So Christmas Eve, I'm going over to my dad's and stepmother's, and I'm making my prime rib, my famous prime rib that I used to make all the time as a special in the restaurants I used to work in. Oh yeah, fun fact, guys, I used to be a chef in another lifetime. Before I got into audio, and before, like, my day job, I worked at SiriusXM until 2019, and I worked there for 5 years. So I got hired there in 2014, and then the 10 years prior to that, I was in kitchens cooking, grinding every night. When I got home from work in the kitchen, after I would shower, I would be learning how to mix. I'd be learning how to grind and do my thing, with the hopes of getting hired at Sirius. I became a producer at Sirius. I followed my dream. I got my dream job that I've had since I was 12 years old. And I got to live my life, and I got to live the dream life. I produced morning radio in New York City. I literally, accomplished my goal. I don't know where the fuck I was going with this. I literally just had a brain fart. I don't know where I was going with this, but whatever. Oh yeah. But in the restaurants I worked in, I was known for making steaks. And I don't brag about a lot of things. I'll jokingly be a little overconfident and a little cocky just to do the pro wrestling heel kind of thing. But there are very few things in life that I do talk a lot of shit on, and I really do back it up. Cooking steak is one of them, and making a roast is one of them. So every so often I would make a prime rib, and my chef would always get annoyed at me because my prime rib roasts always sold more than his filet specials that he used to make. We would have people like say to the waitstaff, like, please make the prime rib a daily thing. So, not to brag, but I will make an insanely good prime rib. Anyway, so I'm making that prime rib for Christmas Eve dinner, and that will basically be Christmas dinner with my dad's side, and my brother and I will be with my dad and stepmother, and we'll just have a nice family night together. We're probably going to watch some crappy Christmas movie. I'm going to vote for either, well, it's not a crappy Christmas movie, but I'm going to vote for Home Alone, or I'm going to vote for Jingle All the Way. That's a bad but good Christmas movie. I don't want to watch It's a Wonderful Life because fuck that movie. I hate It's a Wonderful Life. Spoilers for Hot Take Tuesday coming out tomorrow. One of my hot takes, Uncle Billy was the villain in It's a Wonderful Life. No one loses $8,000, which back then equals to about $130,000 today. No one loses that kind of money and deserves to have any sort of sympathy. Mr. Potter is a sleazy businessman, but he's not evil. He's doing shit that was legal for him to operate his business how he wanted to. Sleazy? Despicable? Probably. But you don't drop $130,000 of cash after taunting the guy and expect him not to do the right thing and hand it back to you. Of course he'll steal it. Mr. Potter's not the villain of the movie. Uncle Billy is. Because of Uncle Billy's actions, that drove George Bailey to fucking suicide after he spent years building up the Bailey family business and making the town a better place. One action from Uncle Billy ruined everything. So it's Uncle Billy's fault that George almost killed himself. Don't forget it. Next time you watch It's a Wonderful Life, just know Uncle Billy is... Watch it from that perspective. Die Hard is absolutely a Christmas movie. I don't care what anyone says. Here's how to know if a movie is a Christmas movie. Does the plot revolve around it being Christmas? If the answer is yes, it's a Christmas movie. Nakatomi Plaza is having its office Christmas party. Bruce Willis is going there as the husband trying to reconcile with his wife by putting up with her bullshit because he's the stereotypical tough guy cop that didn't want to leave New York. He's going to her Christmas party. Hans Gruber, arguably one of the greatest villains in action movie history. He literally makes Christmas puns and says ho, ho, ho in the movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. The end. If the plot has a couple scenes where it revolves around Christmas, no, it's not a Christmas movie. For example, Iron Man 3, they want to say it's a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie. Christmas happens to fall on one of the days in the movie, but it doesn't revolve around it being Christmas. The main focal point of Die Hard is Bruce Willis and his wife are at her company Christmas party. Therefore, it's a Christmas movie. And I will watch Die Hard on Christmas Day. I like how TNT, by the way, runs 24 hours of Die Hard, where TBS runs 24 hours of A Christmas Story. Which, by the way, I've seen it so many times, and that's probably why I have this opinion, but A Christmas Story is severely overrated as a Christmas movie. The first, 5 or 6 times you watch it, it's like, all right, it's cute. But now, I guess I really am a cantankerous, grumpy sound guy. Jesus Christ, the more I listen to myself talk. Oh, Coke Zero, the breakfast of champions. Okay, well, I forgot I'm supposed to be mixing tonight. Yeah. Everyone pretty much silently gave me the hint that I should continue mixing. Because the questions, the AMA portion of the stream is over. So let me shut up and go back to mixing. Which I'm going to listen to this whole thing through now because now my ears are well rested. I'm going to listen at relatively speaking volume, like the speaking volume where I'm at right now. And we'll see how this sounds. I'll keep it at normal volume so you guys can adjust on your monitors however the fuck you want to adjust.
Striving for perfection has been the game I've played. And despite my hesitation, my dues have all been paid. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. It's time for me to wrap up this self-fulfilling fable. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
All right, that sounds good, but I still want to see how I could get this to sound good. Someone suggested lower it by -13 semitones, so let's see what it sounds like. Or -12 semitones.
So don't be afraid.
Shift mix.
So don't be afraid.
Yeah, no. I'm hearing, because his vocal was so good, I'm hearing phase cancellation from these. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete them. And the only backing vocals are going to be the choruses. Fuck it.
All been paid. So don't be afraid.
Yeah, it's so much clearer. Like when I listen at low volume, like I was literally hearing the phase cancellation of those. But the gain vocals and the choruses, that's excellent.
Don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. So let's do the mix bus processing and let's not rush it like I did last night. Because I think I overdid it on a lot of things. So let's really take our time with this. Let's glue everything together. 30 attack, auto release, 4-1.
Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look.
By the way, I'm listening to this right now on, as far as volume wise, maybe like just a tiny bit above gentle speaking voice. Like it's to the point where volume wise,
Please don't cry.
yeah, I would say compare that with my voice right now. This is probably as loud as the mix is in my room right now, is how loud my speaking voice is.
Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye. say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye. Cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
Again, I'm still only listening at barely above gentle speaking voice volume. This is helping me make much nicer decisions.
Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the perfection has been the game I've played. And despite my hesitation, my dues have all been paid. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Please. Me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Striving for perfection has been the game I've played. And despite my hesitation, my dues have all been paid. So don't don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine. This self-fulfilling fable. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be
now what I'm going to do is listen at ridiculously loud volume and see if I hear anything pop out.
Striving for perfection has been the game I've played. And despite my hesitation, my dues have all been paid. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. It's time for me to wrap up this self-fulfilling fable. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again. Someday you will see me again. Please don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Look me in the eye and tell me you're alright, and it's gonna be fine, 'cause there is nothing to be scared of. Someday you will see me again.
I think that sounds night and day better than what I had last night. Yeah, I think that is pretty good. I think what I'm going to do with that is let that sit for a day and come back one more time to listen to it. I won't do it on camera, obviously. But I'll take a listen to it one more time, and then we'll see. We shall see if it matches up. So, all right. I got on just a little bit before 10. I still have video to edit and render for tomorrow's release. So, I'm going to get to that right now then. So, thanks for watching. This really is the last stream before Christmas. So, my cat destroyed my Santa hat, so I can't wear it. So I'll just say have a happy Christmas. And if If you don't celebrate Christmas, have a nice day off. I will video content, 2 videos coming out tomorrow, and possibly, depending on if I can get it edited tomorrow night, Mixdown Meltdown Christmas Day debut. Fuck it. If I can get it done, Mixdown Meltdown debut Christmas Day. Have a good one. Good night, and I'll catch you later. Bye.